Hi traders, FX Big Dog here with another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the non-farm payroll. Now, what is the non-farm payroll? Well, the first Friday of every month, we have the US reporting their jobs, and it is huge. The markets go crazy. Listen here, Trump went ahead and tweeted today that jobs are looking great. Now, let's make sure about this. How do we do that? Well, in this video, you're going to learn about how we break down the dollar index. And we're going to look at the dollar index and see what we can predict what the dollar is going to do. But not only that, I'm going to go ahead and share a link below where you can get access to a webinar where me and Pulver are going to get involved in the markets during the non-farm payroll. And you can be part of that. So listen here. Let's go ahead and talk about the technical analysis in this video right after this. So welcome back, traders. My name is Gary Fichardt. So the focus right now is on the non-farm payroll. So let's break down the non-farm payroll. Jobs are very important for the US. In fact, the central banks focus on jobs to determine whether the economy is getting stronger or weaker. Now, how does that determine that? Well, think about it. If there are more jobs being produced in the new month, then that means that the economy is growing, businesses are doing well, and they're hiring. But if it does not show that jobs are being created and that there is a reduction in jobs, that shows that businesses are not doing so well and they're not hiring. Now, the focus on new jobs is important, but also what's important right now is how the average earnings is increasing or decreasing. Because the average earnings could be dropping even though they're employing people, but they're not employing people at the right rate or the rate they should be. Which means you get professional people taking on jobs that they overqualified for just to get work. So those numbers are important too. So jobs are important, and that's what we're going to be talking about in our webinar in the live session tomorrow. Make sure you go ahead and register for that webinar. Me and Chris are going to battle it out as we go ahead and check out the markets. But let's just go ahead and take a look at what the markets are setting up right now, because we can get more or less an idea as to what we can expect, whether the dollar is going to get stronger or weaker based on technical analysis. So let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. So as I go into the charts, I'm going to break it down from the daily time frame all the way down to the 1 hour. And in fact, I'm even going to go to the weekly to take a quick look at the weekly right here. Now, traders, it is no surprise that we're expecting price to go ahead and start dropping, all right, because we're in a channel. Now, the one thing that you need to know that when we're in this rising wedge here, the market normally touches the tops and bottoms 5 times before it breaks back down. So I look at this as 1, 2, 3 right here, and I'm looking for a 4th move here and then a 5th move here to the top, which means that we may not be done, which means the market's going to be doing something like this, right? Where it's going to come back down, go up, and then it's going to start breaking back down to the south side. So I don't think we're heading into a major fall on the dollar quite yet. I think we're still going to see some sort of range-bound trading, even though it's wedged up a little bit in a rising wedge. I think we're still going to see some stronger dollar over the next few months as we head forward. Again, everything is going to be related on how the jobs come out and, of course, what the central banks do. Now, let's take a look over here. If we break this down now to a lower time frame, and I'm going to go to a daily time frame on this. And let's do this. On a daily time frame, as I open up the daily time frame right here, I'm seeing the same sort of look that I saw on the weekly. The only difference here is we're getting a better confirmation that the market's definitely hit at the top here at the top, and we're looking for price to go ahead and fall, and then maybe a rally up to the upside before we see a dip back down south. So I'm seeing the same sort of pattern here on the daily time frame, which pretty much excites me, because when the markets are very predictable, and when I say predictable, what I mean is when the markets are setting up a very nice tops and bottoms based on support and resistance, it's almost very easy to predict what the market's going to do. But at the same time, even though we can predict these larger turning points in the market, we also have to understand that the smaller time frames are going to have waves within waves, right? And so let's take a look at the smaller time frame, as we look at the smaller time frame right here, do we see the same thing happen on the smaller time frame? So I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart. Some of you may like the 2 hour chart a little bit better. I like to look at the 1 hour. And here on the 1 hour, this is what I'm seeing right here. I'm going to go ahead and take out all my my lines here. And there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and start this from scratch. So at the moment right now, I certainly see that price has been moving bearish for some time right here. You can see how it's waved down right here. It's constantly. So there is a very good chance that price could want to go back up in a retracement move. All right. And if that means that we're going to see a retracement move, then this could be a larger, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right there, a larger AB move and looking for what we like to look at as a C retracement. Okay, so the C retracement, that C retracement is just a correction in a downward trend. And even though it might be a short-term downward trend because we wedged up in a big daily and weekly wedge, this is still going to be just a correction, all right, a correction in this downward move. So let's go take a look right here at the market's swings, and I'm going to go back to the 1 hour right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my smart waves right here, and I'm going to go ahead and start from the top. So there's no doubt that I'm going to go ahead and extend this right here to the bottom because we are looking for a larger, a larger move, and the larger move is going to look something like this. So this is where I'm expecting the wave 3 to go ahead. Let's go ahead and delete that and start that again. I'm going to go ahead and plot this up here. I'm going to drag this down here. Get this one perfectly. There we go. Perfect. All right. So what I'm expecting, traders, I'm expecting this, which is, by the way, our second wave retracement move. I'm expecting that to go ahead and start pulling back up north. Now, a lot of the times, traders can go ahead and look for that 618 retracement, which is right about here. Sometimes it could be a 5-0 retracement, but these are the levels where the market can go back and retrace to before heading back down south. So how do I take this information, right? How do I take this information that is on the current chart right here, and how do I use this information to be able to determine what the market's really going to do, right? Well, if I look at this chart and I see the way the markets have waved, and the fact that we're going to be closing out and looking for a correction move in the data, or at least in the charts right now, it makes me think that tomorrow is going to be, in fact, a good non-farm payroll day. But it's not going to be long-lived, okay? Which means we're just going to see this correction take place, and this may be a move into Friday, come through Monday and Tuesday, but then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, we could start seeing the market top out, which means it's hit the top, and it's now starting to work its way back down again. So this is how we break down a technical analysis, take fundamentals, combine the two so it makes sense to us. So that if we do start seeing tomorrow, if we do start seeing a rally in the dollar index tomorrow, then just understand this. This is all technical based. And we're going to be paying attention to that in tomorrow's video. We're going to talk about it in the live market. We're going to have a discussion around that. But be sure to go ahead and register. And traders, if you like what you're seeing right now, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Click the subscribe button below so that any of these videos that we go ahead and post, I want to make sure that you get access to that. Also below, I've given the link to the webinar tomorrow, and I will see you with Chris Pulver in the Non-Farm Payroll webinar tomorrow as we go and fight it out with the Non-Farm Payroll details. This is the FX Big Dog, and I'll see you in the next video.